Namaskaram, Learn Malayalam with Elikutilekku Swagatham. If you're looking for a place to help you with your Malayalam learning journey, you've found the right channel. This is our 5th video in a series for beginner learners of Malayalam. If you've not checked out the others, do look at my playlist below at the Beginner Learners series. If you've already seen the last few videos, welcome back. I hope you're ready to add on to your knowledge and move on from our last topic. So today we're going to start talking more about the WH questions that we call them in English. And we're also going to start learning numbers 1 through 10. Also, we're going to go over Chandrakala and the pronunciation of nda. So we've got a lot to do today. Let's get started. But before we do, I like to review a few things. Look on the screen and you'll see a conversation in English with some blanks. So use the Manglish in the word box below to help you complete this dialogue. Feel free to fill in the blanks with things that are true about you or just make any kind of filler for your conversation. Let's get started. You can pause the video and hit play whenever you're ready to go over the answers. All right, so let's go over my answer. I would say something like, Nyan Eliza, Nyan Amerikakariane, Nyan John, ഞാൻ ലണ്ടനിൽ നിന്നാണ്. ലണ്ടൻ അമേരിക്കയിലാണോ? അല്ല, ഇംഗ്ലണ്ടിലാണ്. Okay, so remember when we talk about nationality, we use kar and kari. And then when we talk about being from a place, we say നിന്നാണ്. Il, yil, or til നിന്നാണ്. All right, let's look at today's conversation to help set up our topic. We've got a picture of a person, and we're going to talk about them. So let's get started. Listen carefully. അവൻ ആരാണ്? അവൻ റിച്ചർഡ്. അവൻ എൻ്റെ ഓഫീസിൽ നിന്ന് വന്നു. എവിടെ നിന്നാണ് റിച്ചർഡ്? കാനഡയിൽ നിന്നാണ്. റിച്ചർഡിന് എത്ര വയസ്സുണ്ട്? റിച്ചർഡിന് 30 വയസ്സുണ്ട്. സുന്ദരനാണല്ലേ? All right, so here we have Richard. Where's he from? He's from Canada. Good. And we see etra vaisonde, and the reply is mumpatta vaisonde. So what do you think vice is referring to? All right, so yes, we're talking about age. Etra vaisonde. So we'll talk a little bit more about this. So that's our introduction conversation. Etra means how much or how many. You can use it for both. In this case, in Malayalam, etra, etra. Then you have what? Endu, endu. Notice it's not endu, it's indu, indu. We're going to talk about Chandrakalas today, so just keep this in mind. Indu. Every day is where. Are, who. Now, question words by themselves look like this, and we can combine them with arne. So, etrayarne, endarne, everydayarne, ararne, to say how much is it, what is it, where is it, who is it. And often in spoken Malayalam, you'll hear it even shorter as a. Etra, inda, everydaya, ara. So this is very common to hear it shortened to just that. So here we have some question words and we'll practice using them. All right, so here on this slide, you'll see that there are 4 different questions and 4 different answers. So knowing the meaning of the question words now, you can choose which of the responses is the best response for this question. Pause for a minute, try to decide which of these responses matches the question. Then when you're ready, we'll hit play and go over the answers together. All right, so the first one, etra vaisonde, 33 vaisonde, 33 vaisonde. Okay. Next, endu kaichu, what did you eat? Pizza kaichu, I ate pizza. Everyday ninnaane, you should know this one by now. Everyday ninnaane, where are you from? Amerikayil ninnaane. I'm from America. Aarane, who is it? Ende friend aane. For friend in Malayalam, you can say Kuttukari or kuttukaran. Kuttukaran is for a male friend and kuttukari is for a female friend. Notice, when you are asking a question in Malayalam and you use a question word, you do not have to change the verb. So, kaichu means ate. In the kaichu means what did you eat? But we still keep it in the past. Now, if you're asking a specific question, choru kaicho, did you eat rice? Did you eat rice? So here, we're asking a question, but we're not using a question word. So the verb itself has to change into the question form. We're going to go more into detail on verbs in future videos, but I've got a couple videos already that talk about verbs and using them in questions. You can check them out here for more practice. But just know, if you're using any question word like ed, end, everyday, etra, you do not need to change the verb to be in a question form. You just keep it in the same form it already is in. So, let's go over counting. Now, if you speak Tamil or another Dravidian language, this part of the lesson will be very easy for you because it will be similar to your counting system. However, if you are from outside of South India, you're just going to have to learn the numbers from scratch. But that's okay. It's fun. Let's listen and you can repeat the numbers, starting with 0. Pujam, pujam. One, one. Rand, rand. Moon, moon. Nal, nal. Anj, anj. Ar, ar. ഏഴ് ഏഴ് എട്ട് എട്ട് ഒമ്പത് ഒമ്പത് പത്ത് പത്ത്. Notice that all the numbers 1 through 10 have a chandrakala, which gives it a short clipped sound. Again, we're going to talk about it more in the end of this lesson, but just keep in mind we are not saying onu, randu, munu. This is not correct. On, rand, moon. We have that sound. All right. Also notice we have the chandrakalas here because later it'll be important when we start attaching them to other things. But right now, just worry about pronouncing them. If you want to hear them again, just go back and listen and repeat until you feel more comfortable going forward. Notice this pronunciation difference. There are 2 R sounds in Malayalam. There is the ra and there is the ra. Ra is a softer R and ra is the hard rolling R. If you speak a language like Spanish or Arabic, this R sound is there. So the word for who is are and the word for 6 is are. Are, 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 are. There's a difference there. It changes the meaning, so be careful. So, now to talk about the Chandrakala. This is called a moon mark in English. It removes the vowel sound. So whenever you see a letter in Malayalam, an aksharam, it's going to automatically have an a next to it. Ka, ma, va, ba, whatever. It always has an a. But when we add the moon mark, this means we take away that a and we are left with a clipped sound. In English, we call it a schwa. In American English, we are a bit lazy with our pronunciation. We say like Eliza. It's a very short sound. So here, you would take away the and make it into a. So for example, notice, ka becomes k, na becomes n, ta becomes t, na becomes n, enik, arn, end, moon. So that clipped sound is a short schwa sound that cuts the sound short. All right. This is important to know because Manglish causes a lot of confusion. So when we see the word arne written in Malayalam, it's a and n. But some people write it as an in English or anu. And this is not the correct pronunciation. If you're reading it and think arn, this is not correct. Anu, no, this is also not correct. Arne, An. So again, learn to read Malayalam not for reading newspapers or novels. You don't have to have a high level of literacy, but just learn it to the extent that you can recognize new words and pronounce them more accurately. Next, I want to go over this conjunct letter, nda. Nda is a retroflex sound with a combination of na and ta put together. Na and ta. If you need more help pronouncing these letters individually, I have 2 different videos that help you with that. One is the retroflex na, and the other is the retroflex ta. So what happens is we take off the a for na and we add ta. So it's nda, nda. So your tongue goes back, it touches the roof of your mouth for and then you ta, nda, nda. So we use this in words like veranda, und, undakuga, and rand. So here we have these very common words, and this letter is something you'll see quite often in Malayalam, so it's good to practice that. All right, so this wraps up our lesson for today. As always, if you want more practice, go back and check out the other videos. If you need to listen to another part of the video again, that's totally fine. Also, be sure to join my Discord server. We have live lessons on Mondays at 7 p.m. IST. It's interactive, it's free, it's a lot of fun. Make sure you're subscribed so you can see all the new videos and any of the new pronunciation videos that I also put out. If you've got questions, comments, feedback, let me know in the comments, and you can also find me over on Instagram. So, until next time, apo elam, parang na dubole.